Hey everybody, welcome back. Old School with you here, and it's time for more Disney Infinity, this time 3.0 edition. Earlier we were streaming the 1.0. And as I've been promising, some big changes coming to the channel and have already begun. Our first PS3 live stream. Very excited about that. Progress, that's what we call that, progress. Want to invite everyone who's an Infinity fan. If you haven't already joined us in the PlayStation community, it is Infinity Ever After. Nearly 200 Infinifans that all joined the day after, or the day that the servers were shut down and that the game was canceled, which is March 3rd last year. So if you're looking for other people like-minded that like to play this game still, maybe you want to set up some share play so you can get working some toy boxes together, or perhaps show some stuff off that you've created, see stuff that other people created. That's the place to go. We are the most active community for Disney Infinity, bar none. Alright, as we move along here, we're going to continue and probably conclude, I hope, our Wakanda Battleground. If you've already seen the movie, The Black Panther, then you'll recognize this. And if not, when you do see it, you'll be like, ah, yeah, that's the thing Old School was building.
I look forward to experiencing this strange new land with you. I bring you greetings from the kingdom of Wakanda.
Okay, so eventually I'm going to do a little bit of decorating in here. And again, if you've seen the movie, then you probably recognize this, but this is the battleground where they fight for the throne, the right to sit at the top of the throne. And the overall objective is going to be to throw your opponent somewhere off of this cliff. Simple enough, right? Just getting some more visuals here to see what else perhaps I can do to flesh this out a little bit. See, the problem with this angle stuff going on over here is there's nothing else that will match up with it so far as, you can't put side plates and stuff like that on there, unfortunately. But what I'm starting to think now is I might want to retexture this. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking that's a better idea. And something just went wrong. Just sent me all the way to BFE. Pure gold in the house. What's up? My number one guy right here, man. This guy is at every damn stream. And I love it. Pure gold. Have you seen the movie yet? Black Panther? You liked it? Yeah. It was a good movie. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. Because I knew nothing about Black Panther going into it. I never read the comic books or anything like that. I was not a... I had no knowledge of the character. I can't say I was a fan. I didn't know anything about him. The first interaction I ever had with the Black Panther character was right here at Disney Infinity with the character. And even then, I really didn't quite get what it was he was about. So, let's see. And it never helps that every time I go to one of these movies, I'm dead tired. So, it is a little hard for me to stay wrapped into the storyline and the plot and all that when I'm half asleep. But it did have some good funny stuff in it. There were some good one-liners. Thought his sister had the best lines of the movie. Yeah, I think that blends a little bit better. See, I'd like to just put one of these over here, but you can't turn them 3/4. Curious, though. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's actually a little bit better. Let me see. Let's see how that looks. You know what? I keep forgetting. I'm going to be putting a bunch of smoke effects in here, so that's going to hide that. Right now, that straight edge thing is just killing me at the bottom, but you won't see it when I'm done with the special effects, so just got to keep that in mind. Alright, keep on swimming, right? There's a free game on the PlayStation Plus, and it's called Rhine, I believe it is, or something like that. It's got an artsy kind of thing going on, but it kind of looks cool. I downloaded it. I'll probably break into it later on tonight. From the trailer, it almost looks like there's no actual spoken dialogue, which could be a good thing, depending. A lot of games have spoken dialogue, and I wish I wouldn't say anything. And I just realized the other day when I was going through my inventory, I was like, I never did finish the Uncharted DLC with Chloe. Which I'm a little surprised, because I love me some Uncharted, and love Chloe. I wasn't really digging the game so much, though. I was surprised about that, though. But I do need to get to the end of that. Saw it in the store as a standalone game for like $40, and I'm like, really? I don't play anything all the time, but I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Look at the streams, you'll see. Last week I played quite a bit. If I grab that, I'm going to have problems. This is okay, though. Gosh. Get up there. What? Okay, there's that. Is that the same? Yeah, I guess it is. I'll put the little ones on there in a minute. What is this thing doing all of a sudden? That works. Alright, let's see. texture to the upper section. Kind of fill it in. Was kind of what I was hoping I'd be able to get away with on that side, but nope. Okay, fill this out a little bit. And then we just finish the island on the other side, which is more of a backdrop than anything. It doesn't actually serve a purpose. Hunter, man, how you doing? Long time no see. Hunter, did you go to see the movie yet? Never mind what? You didn't say anything yet. Did you get to see the movie yet, Hunter? Nate, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's definitely up there for me too. Yeah, I can't say anything bad about it. I was so tired. It's like It's hard for me to sit in a movie theater when I'm tired. I just get all drowsy and start falling asleep, and I was really struggling to stay awake. But I knew that was the only chance I was going to get to see it. If I didn't go yesterday, then I probably would end up not seeing it until like video somewhere. And made a lot of friggin' money, man. And I was like, okay, I gotta see if this thing is really that good, or if it's just a bunch of people deciding, hey, new superhero movie, let's go see it. So, I can't give it a fair review only because I was so out of it through no fault of the movie. It was just, my sleep schedule's a mess, and that's just me. I kind of liked what I saw of it, I can say that. Or what I have a conscious memory of. The dialogue was good. They had some good witty one-liners and stuff like that. I'm going to get rid of those palm trees on the very, very top, though. They look silly. Man, I'm getting rid of those two also. I'm going to try and do a share play with this tomorrow if I can get it all done. Yeah, I'm good with that. Alright, so this is like 90% done on the build part. There's very little left to build. We're just looking at logic soon after I do this other side real quick, but that's just going to be a real quick decorating contest here. Thank you, sir. When you see the movie, I think you'll be like, oh yeah, that's that thing that Old School was building. Did I guess right? Yes. Tell you what, let's do this instead. My favorite, what, 2.0? Oh gosh, sometimes I have a hard time remembering who was what point oh. This will work. Well, I know the Lone Ranger and Tonto are definitely not. I just got done using them a little while ago. 2.0. Let me look up here. Who do I think is 2.0? I like all of them, though. I'm guessing Aladdin and Jasmine were both 2.0s. I like them. Haven't used them in a while now that it's funny. I look up the shelves and I see the characters and I'm like, how come I haven't taken them off the shelf? Yeah, the superheroes on the 2.0, I know that. So Hulk's always my favorite. Hulk smash. And I think I went past what I was looking for. Let's go this way. Did I miss it twice? There we go. man. Alright, we can get away with that. Nice. And now we need the small. And again, this just gives it a little texture so you don't have those sharp edges. Kind of, let me see. Let's drop that a little bit just so we can take the lower section out. Like so. Stitch is cool. I hadn't seen that movie. There's a lot of movies I hadn't seen. Until this game. And then I started using characters, and when I hadn't seen their movies, I had to go watch a movie, so I had a better feeling for what the character's all about. And Lilo and Stitch was one of those movies that I hadn't seen. But because of Disney Infinity, I did. How about you guys out there? Anyone ever watch one of the movies because of the character? Maybe you picked up one of the figures but hadn't seen the movie and then went and watched the movie? And if you did, what was the movie or character? Yeah, I know. How about that, man? Poor Lilo got left out in the cold. You don't need to make a lot of stuff. Do you have a Speedway takeover or something like that? You can do it with anything. Or just hook up with somebody else who has a lot of stuff and you can bounce around their toy boxes. I'm usually good in the mornings, so if you ever want to do a share play early mornings, we'll set something up. God knows I got plenty of stuff for you to test out. Monster U. So what, you hadn't seen the movie until after you bought the figures? That's a good one if that's the case. This one I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any trees on that one. Leave that for this. All right, this is it. That is the battleground itself done. It's all logic from here on out. Man, it dropped me off on the wrong side of the world. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. Yep, nice little backdrop there. Alright, let's hit some of this logic up. We are going to need a whole mess of locators. And I mean, probably more than I've ever used before. Bing boing, huh? Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Be a lot of smoke effects in this thing. You guys going to be with us on March 3rd, which is a Saturday morning, to try and win a Peter Pan figure? If you have Tinkerbell, you want to start playing a lot with that. Get used to it, the controls. Hunchback and Notre Dame, that would have been another good character for them to have done. Man, the more I hear, think about it, the more I realize just how many more figures they would have easily been able to come out with. I mean, they did Nemo and Dory. If you could do a couple of fish, I'm thinking, why can't they do Bolt and maybe the Dalmatians, a couple of them. Not necessarily all 101. Although they could have had the 101 Dalmatians as a power disc. How cool would that be? Have them all of a sudden spawn and start beating up on Cruella. Just see a big cloud of smoke and puppies flying around. All right, Hunter. Well, I'm hoping to have it run at least an hour or two. It just depends how many people show up. What time you planning on being there? Yeah, Lion King. Man, I'm telling you, it makes me crazy. Simba, Mustafa, Scar, Timon. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Wow. Looks like Emperor Palpatine using his Force Blast. I have every character, buddy. Every one of them. Now, by every one, I'm talking about the main characters, of course, not the D23 specials and stuff like that. And I only have one crystal because, I don't know, to me it's not that big a deal. It's the same character I already have, it's just a crystal version of him, so. Alright, new logic connection whenever it is exited by player any. We will play looped. Smoke. Large area. Okay, let's start laying this stuff down here. I didn't even count to see how many of those I made, but I feel like it's enough to get the job done. It's not really smoke I'm looking for, but it kind of has that same effect as the water when it's splashing off the rocks in a waterfall kind of thing, like Niagara Falls. Can't remember now how many characters they ended up with when the game shut down, not counting Peter Pan. Uh, yeah, I really can't remember. Yeah, Lion King's always been fun. I don't know if I ever built a box myself. I downloaded a few that other people built that I thought came out really good. I'm curious to see this thing with all that smoke going and see if it does what I want it to do. That is to say, gives it the effect that I'm looking for. Feel pretty confident that it will. good news is I've got plenty more locators to go. If you're asking me, like now, no, not during a live build because the fish doesn't work so well. And I'm in spark mode most of the time anyway, so it wouldn't matter, you wouldn't see her. But it's also a Black Panther build, so I kind of want to use Black Panther for that. Seen a lot of people do these builds where they are in the character more times than not. I just find it a lot easier to move around spark mode. Really looking forward to hitting the start button on this thing. You know what? I got the game, the Crash Bandicoot. I can't speak. Crash Bandicoot trilogy or anthology, whatever it's called, and I haven't picked up in a little while. I don't know why. I kind of enjoyed it while I was playing it, and I was thinking the whole time, man, that would be something you could really do on Infinity. A lot of it. Where are you going? You like going, leaving, going, or going somewhere and I missed it? Now, the distance that's at, that smoke may not even show up. Alright, man, you gotta take off. That's cool. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Have a great day, buddy. See you. Take care. Alright, new logic connection. I already did that? I already did that. It's the moment of truth. Let's get a look-see. Not too bad. Oh, and you can actually see it across the way. I wasn't so sure you would. Here we go. I'm the king of the world. See if we can make it all the way back to the mainland. Ready? Oh, I did it wrong. I didn't hold the button. Whoa. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, no. Okay. Now comes the game portion. For that, I will probably have to finish tomorrow, but I'm going to get it started now. Actually, I don't need to. I can just leave it right here. It's fine. I was gonna set it inside the stone, which I probably could still do, but I don't think I'm going to. Oh no. I thought it was to be hooked up to Path Creator, but it can't. Those are going to be the two buttons that are going to start our options off. Got our challenge maker. Pow. I am going to still need 2 boxes here, which will be spawn points if you are defeated. This is going to be a multiplayer and a single player. Let's put that one over there. So there's that. Not sure. I think I'm going to need these though. I'm a little rusty right now on this part. It'll come back to me. And the boss will be for the single player. I think I'll do that separately afterwards, though. Seems that I had trouble with this last time I tried setting this up. Hmm. Okay. Let's go. We need. I think it was this. Nope. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm winding down here, and it's very hard to focus. So I'm going to take a break, wrap it up for right now. Again, the build itself is done. If you've seen the movie, then this should look a little familiar to you. I take it back, the build's not done. I'm going to do it real quick right now, then it'll be done. I need decorations. We should throw some vibranium in here for sure. And then this is what I wanted to add. challenge maker is not going to stay there. It's just there for the moment. It's like a melted Hershey bar. Or Jurassic poop. Speaking of which, they have that new movie coming out too. Not Jurassic poop, although it probably will be. I'm going to probably end up moving this back to where this is. Alright guys, that's it for right now. I'll wrap it up on that note. We're pretty much close to the finish line here. I just gotta get some sleep so I can remember how to get the scoreboard all working. Basically, it's gonna be a 3 defeat and out kind of thing. Unless you're playing against the boss, in which case it's whoever dies first. So that's going to do it for right now. The Black Panther and I saying so long from Wakanda, reminding you, as always, that Disney Infinity is the only game where the only limitation is your imagination. This is Old School saying I'll see you again real soon. And once again, we are under construction here in Wakanda. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.